Hi, Leo. It's the Cannastrologer here with your weekly reading from September 26th through October 2nd. Um, it is the weeklies. Excuse me, I just took a dab. Oh my gosh. Um, okay, so we are going to be starting out with the Lunar Nomad Oracle going into the reading this week. And then we're going to start it off then with the Salvador Dali Deluxe Tarot with the focus, like the energy of the week, the focus, and then the outcome. And then we're going to clarify that with the Tattoo Tarot and then end it with notes from the universe. I pre-shuffle all of these, and during the pre-shuffle, I listen to music because I'm clairaudient. My life's set to music. And the song that I had on shuffle for Leo was Here to Forever by Death Cab for Cutie. And some of the lines that I picked up out of it was, it ain't easy living above, talking about living above ground. And I can't help falling in love with bones and ashes. I want to feel the pressure of God or whatever. One of the other like more profound lines was, only rollers keep rolling while the scrollers keep scrolling. So I know one thing I know about Leos is they take action. They're, it's courage in tarot. That's the sign of courage. However, there is such a thing as the cowardly lion. So this is, to me, kind of talking about that, between that line. Either you keep rolling or you keep scrolling. Well, let's see what we've got here. I have Leo, MC, 10th house. It's like profession and stuff. Underneath the deck, 30, the number 30, lilies. I'm not sure what that card represents. I'd have to look into it, but we're only taking the top, which is, that's so crazy. You saw me shuffle that, like, really well. And I shuffled it before that, too, I promise. One of the last readings just got that. I think it was Aquarius, I think. You might want to go take a look at Aquarius. I think I even wrote it in the title. So, I'd never gotten this before. So, the Fox Spirit, number 14, it talks about being cunning like a fox. You may have come across somebody who's cunning like a fox, but it could be a scam. They could have sneaky behavior, get around things. But the flip side to this is that you may be able to find a way around things. One thing I did say in the other reading about that was that even though it says, you might be able to find ways around, my personal belief, and this is just me, so take it as it resonates, but you can't truly find a way around. Everything's figure outable. Give you that. But if you can't find a way around, above, below, whatever, then you have to go through it. You got to. It's either that or you're giving up, and if you give up, then you won't know what's beyond that point. So, there's also, being foxy. So there's also that there too. But, this was talking about more so cunning and that type of thing. In fact, I'll look it up again just to clarify. But these are really long definitions as well. It's funny, I'm coughing. That usually means somebody doesn't want me to say something. Yeah, cunning, masked, two-faced, career. So fox is like that, fire energy, and fire. You guys are fire. But fire also represents things that you're passionate about, like your career. So, it's a call for discernment. Think before you leap. See, there's your clarification. It's a call for discernment. Think before you leap, but act quickly. Opportunities must be taken while the iron is hot. A window of opportunity is opened. So timing is everything. You should rise to the occasion and succeed. Or should you rise to the occasion and succeed, good fortune will fall. Should you try but fail, uncertainty will ensue. Within areas of business, you would do well to adapt some fox-like qualities. Charm them before they charm you. The fox is the patron of entrepreneurs and creators. And then boundaries dissolve in the presence of the fox, so chase down solid ideas. If you come against a wall, go over it or under it. There's always an alternative route, just like I was talking about. But you got to figure out a way through. Learn to trust yourself and rely on what is within you. Trust your gut. Okay. All right, we're going to get started with the Salvador Dali. I absolutely love this deck. I got this as a birthday present to myself. And I had actually talked the metaphysical shop into ordering it. And they didn't even tell me that it was there. And I showed up the very day it arrived, and they put it on the shelf. It was funny. Here, one more. Here we go. Well, I'm going to cut the deck first. Okay, somebody else got this too earlier. I forget who though. We've got the Five of Wands. Now, that's more fire energy. So the Five of Wands, this is just the energy going into it. It could have already happened. It might be coming up, but it's fire energy, and it's talking about, it could be you involved or what's around you. People arguing, bickering, fighting, and I say fighting like on a light term. The wands are all about like passion, and it doesn't have to be physical passion or romantic passion. It can be passion about what you're doing, like business, career. So it could be like five departments, 5 people, that kind of thing. They're just very passionate about what it is. Could be a family, fighting over estate or inheritance and that kind of thing. I was trying to remember that word earlier. I couldn't remember that. Okay, the energy going into the week. Hanged Man. Okay, so you're thinking about it. You're trying to figure out what's going on. You're trying to, bring enlightenment to the situation, and so therefore you have to kind of sink back and kind of pull back to everything. I think this is Neptune. Looks like a satellite. Justice is going to be what you focus on, and that's doing the right thing. So that's probably what you're sitting back and thinking about, trying to figure out what's the right thing. So I'm like looking back to the song that we were talking about. Like, we're talking about justice here and like thinking about what's the right thing. It says, I can't help falling in love with bones and ashes. I want to feel the pressure of God or whatever. Only rollers keep rolling while the scrollers keep scrolling. You have to like Google the song again. It's Here to Forever by Death Cab for Cutie. But I just feel like this person hasn't like really like been challenged, or they feel like they haven't been challenged. And maybe something's come up and like they have to call in justice or make a judgment, or justice is being given to them. Ooh, I just got like a really other weird message, like don't do something that justice is being called in on you. But anyway, take this energy as it resonates, because because it can be reversed. What you have coming in the future, the Four of Pentacles. So that's holding on to what you have and protecting what you have, and taking that's my bunny. And taking inventory of what you have doesn't have to be necessarily be ominous. It's also, we're getting ready for the harvest season, so it's like figuring out like what that is. And the reason people do that is, you know, you have to stock up, right? And get ready for I heard long winter. So, you know, something may happen here, and we're going to clarify all of this, but something may happen here because there is fighting, a little bit of bickering underneath the deck here. There could be justice, like something like a judgment. It is also the sign of Libra that could be significant. But there's, you know, judgment or something that's being called in, and so you may have to, like, you know, take inventory and figure out your assets there due to this. There may be some adjustments required. At the same time, these also could be adjustments coming in for you. I don't know if I said it, but this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I mean, it can be for any prominent placement, but just take it as it resonates. I think I did say that. All right, we're going to clarify for Leo for the week of the 26th through the 2nd. Leo, please. And I've already done like peace and protection. We already did the saging and all of that. Leo, please. Okay, so this came up, actually, this deck, exactly this card, for somebody else. So it's the Four of Swords. Swords is all about communication, but it's also, it's about going within and like communicating within. So it's more like meditating, right? And taking time to relax, to rest. It's like the calm before the storm, you know? And or also strategic thinking, taking time to think what your next steps are going to be. I think I said that a little bit earlier. The Hangman's kind of like that too. But I think like what you need to do is take a step back with all this chaos that's, you know, happening, and you know, try to figure out like strategic action there. But let's clarify. Oh yeah. And this card came up too in the same position with another read also. We're talking about partnership, figuring out a way to work together. What's the best plan of action? Like maybe even trying to come to an agreement before potentially taking action, or going before a judge, or maybe making that agreement before having to go to court. Yeah, because then we've got a warrior with the sword, the Knight of Swords, and that's like a lawyer. Or it's a warrior of communication. Right on top of the Justice. That's like court. But then we've got a passionate new beginning for someone. Could be you, could be the other person. And you see like a home behind a happy woman. Yeah, maybe even like a new position or career or something like that. But you know, you or the other person will be then like, you know, really, I think it's also like when I say protecting what you have, like protecting your plan, like creating a plan. We're talking about strategic thinking, right? So strategically thinking how you're going to create a financial plan after whatever this is that happens, is what I'm kind of getting. And it's not for everybody. You know, this is obviously for only a few, but be aware of this fox energy. It's like very cunning. It could be a scam person. They might try to give you a deal that's not good. Make sure that you've got somebody that's fighting for you, a warrior. I want to do it the other way. Okay, so this is for Leo. Thank you, spirits. For whoever this reaches, I hope it helps you. Maybe the lawyer is a Leo. Could be that too. They also other signs. I don't see any water signs. I see Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. So the message from Notes from the Universe, that's funny. This was also behind the deck for somebody. The message from Notes from the Universe is sometimes the good is hidden. And it says, find the good in what they said or asked. It's always there, even if they didn't mean for it to be there. Love, Sherlock Lee, yours, the universe. P.S. Clues for what you want are hidden all around you. And that's true. So, okay, I just got a new message too. Oh, I really like this. In that song, in the beginning, Here to Forever, he was saying, I want to feel the pressure of God or whatever. Like he's saying, challenge me. I need to feel God around me, right? And God, I use that term loosely because I know everybody has different beliefs. It's not always in the stereotypical or Christian God. You know, there's Buddhism, there's Muslim, there's Taoism, Hinduism, there's Judaism, everything, right? And all the power to you. I say spirits, higher power. I believe everything. I believe in people. I believe in myself first and foremost. And that's because, you know, sometimes the good is hidden in people and it's based on beliefs. And you have to find the good in what they said or asked. It's always there, even if they didn't mean it for it to be there. You have to basically read between the lines. Not read between the lions, Leo. Read between the lines. Sorry. So that's interesting. That's very interesting. Basically, I mean, okay, so look for signs. There's signs all around you. Numbers. If you start noticing things like repeating numbers, 1111, 1010, your birthday, stuff like that, those things are all signals. They're clues. And then you need to start listening. Just like that message in itself, I'm clairaudient. So I get messages through music. When I hear music, just something sparks. And then I'm led to Google a phrase. And then that phrase gives me another thing that I'm like, oh, that's really weird. I was just thinking of that literally earlier today. You know? So it's like you have to follow those clues, follow those signs. I think I just had an eyelash that... See, now somebody doesn't want me to say anything. I coughed again. I think I had an eyelash that just fell. And I've also heard that means something too. If you don't make a wish, you know. What is this? It's all about superstitions. Superstitions. Things like that. So, anyway. That said, it looks to me, Leo, like either you or another person has a passionate new beginning, has some good news coming in after... There's something also flying around. Okay, after justice has come in. Again, I don't know, take it as it resonates. If it doesn't fit you, don't try to force it. But there also could be, an agreement, partnership coming in. And whether or not, it's a true partnership, it actually kind of looks like if there is an agreement in the end and everybody's all happy in the end, it looks to me like there's still one person here that kind of goes off on their own. Might be like an independent contractor or something like that, because it's work related. Sometimes the good is hidden. Just remember that, Leo. All right, well, if you liked what you saw and want to see more, I do these weekly. I'll be doing monthlies. I do this and that's, just, whatever kind of comes up in calls. Just, what, if you want to see more, I don't know why I'm having trouble talking right now. If you want to see more, make sure you like, share, follow, and subscribe, please. Tips, donations are always appreciated. The links for all of that, as well as descriptions on the decks, and where you can book personal readings, that's all going to be in the description below. So thank you, Leo. I appreciate you. As you know, it's together we grow. And with that, I will see you on the flip side. Have a great night. Peace.